Hey, happy Friday, everybody. Sean coming at you from High Level. So I think, of course, you watched the last video and you saw that we launched Google and Apple Pay into beta, and you said to yourself, wow, that's amazing. I can't believe it. I bet they can't come out with anything as cool as that on the same day. Well, guess what? You're wrong. Today, we are launching two-way sync with Outlook. That's right, two-way email sync. So let's talk about two-way email sync in general. So what the heck is two-way email sync and why is it important? So and quick note for anybody who heard the word Outlook, don't worry, Gmail's coming here shortly and I'll get to that in a minute, but this idea is really simple and powerful. So you have customers, and maybe you do this yourself, you're using Outlook, you're sending your emails back and forth to clients, and you want those email communications to make their way into High Level automatically and without having to first send it out through High Level, right? Or do the sending through High Level. Well, now you can do that. Two-way email sync is what makes that possible. So the idea here is fairly simple, but yet profound. I'm operating out of Outlook. I'm talking to my clients, and all of that information is making its way back into High Level. Isn't that amazing, right? Okay, so quick note on Gmail. As usual, Google is dragging their feet on some security stuff or actually it's not security stuff, but it's like, what do they call it? Scope stuff. Anyways, point being, we got all that solved. We think we should have that out by next week. It's funny, the code is all done and QA'd and is working, so we're just waiting for the go-ahead from Google. So we should have this exact same concept for Google next week. But let's talk about Outlook and let's talk about how to get started. So first things first, you go in and you actually set this up. Now, where the heck is that? Well, I don't know, actually. Let's go look at what they say. So first, let's walk through review notes together just so we understand what's going on here. So this feature is currently live under Labs. So, okay, what does that mean? That means it's on the live app.go High Level or your white label URL, but you have to go into Labs. We all know where Labs is, of course. It's under Settings, inside the location, and then you turn it on, right? Okay, cool. We got that. Check it. Moving on. All right, now, users can connect their personal Outlook email and sync outgoing and incoming emails between the CRM and their personal Outlook account. Now, personal Outlook just means like the Outlook they use. It could be a business account or a personal account, doesn't matter. Okay, anyways, users can use their personal emails to send, receive, and track emails. The sync will be established between both platforms when an email thread is initiated from the CRM, first outbound message. So this is a really important note here. So if the first email has to be sent from inside High Level. Now, don't worry. We know how this actually works. There are use cases where, for example, you have an existing conversation that you want to get into High Level that didn't necessarily start there, and that's coming up next, and we'll probably do it like with a browser plugin and maybe like a forwarding address or something. Anyways, we'll solve for that. But point is, right now, it's that first outbound message has to be come from the system, and then all subsequent replies and responses can be done from Outlook. So also, and of course, that's what I just said. All subsequent emails will sync between both platforms. Check. Moving on. Okay, how the sender domain mapping works for the different types of emails. So individual emails. On connecting a personal email Outlook account, the Outlook email ID will be considered as the sender domain for the emails sent by the user for individual emails. What that basically means is if you've connected it and you're going through and you're sending out an individual email, we're going to use that email address as the from address essentially, and we're going to send through Outlook. So it's literally like as if you opened Outlook and sent it directly, right? Bulk email. If the user enters their personal email ID post connection under the from field, the user email will be considered as the sender domain for the bulk emails. If the field is kept blank, it will consider the sub account level provider as the sender domain. So essentially what that means is if you tell us to if you put in your Outlook email address, we'll use it. If not, we'll just assume we're going to do what we would normally do, which is use the sub account email setup, which is generally what you want because again, when you're sending one-off emails, it's great to send through your Outlook or your Gmail, but you're sending bulk, that's like the last thing you want to do because you're just going to get yourself shut down. Anyways, and then finally, workflow and automation emails will continue to go from the sub-account level provider. So we're not even going to give you the option there because again, back to this whole idea, Outlook and Gmail, if anybody ever says, hey, you can send bulk through them, you can't actually. They don't want you to do that. They'll shut you down. They'll spam you out. They'll even lock you out of your account if you do it. So this really tries to help protect you from running into that issue, right? Sorry, I know this email's going long, but I think this is really good. I wanted to go as in-depth as I can. The help docs actually aren't live for this yet. They won't be live for a couple of days. And then finally, this feature is a user level setting. It does not impact other users in the sub account. So, when we're looking at these screenshots here, let's go back to this. This is actually done at the user level. So once you connect it looks like this. It's great. Okay, cool. And this just shows it actually working. It's ironic because it's not that sophisticated as far as like the UI, but in terms of impact, it's amazing, right? So let me go pull up my user and let's see how this works. Okay, so I'm inside my sub account here. I'm in my profile, and down here, I'm like, oh, that's weird. It's not here, right? Because what do we say to begin with? It's under labs, right? So we go into labs, and then we have to make sure that we turn it on. Oh, I probably also have to make sure that I refresh the screen. Haha, just what I thought. So as you can see down here, two-way sync is here. I got to turn it on like this. Bloop. It's turned on, right? That's awesome. Okay, now what? I'm going to go back to my profile, and what should I see? Oh, look at that. There it is. Two-way email sync. Gotta love it. So anyways, it's really simple. You just literally click this and then you hit connect, and then the screen's going to pop up and it's going to ask you which account you want to do, and and you'll go through that flow, and then it'll be connected. That's it. It's no harder than that. And then from there you can start sending out your emails. So the cool thing again is it's a sub account level labs change, right? So what of course I would recommend all of you do, go and test this yourself on your accounts before you turn it on for your customers. But again, awesome, amazing update. Really brings us, I think, a lot closer to first class CRM land. On that note, again, just quick notes, Gmail out next week for this, hopefully. And then the other thing is, oh yeah, obviously it's in labs, but eventually it's going to roll out to everybody. So when you go into labs, remember, we always try to tell you, I think see, live in 25 days. In fact, you put your little mouse over it. See, it tells you exactly when it's going to go live. And the idea here is we're just trying to give you a heads up and a warning. So as an agency, you can vet all this, get it all running and documented for your clients before we just drop it on you. So on that note, I hope you have an awesome Friday. What a great feature. And as always, we'll talk soon. Thanks.